Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Pokemon Yellow episodic Nuzlocke. We are just here, we're after finishing off every single trainer in Sabrina's gym, and we're now going to hop, skip and jump along the different teleporters until we eventually arrive at Sabrina. Now, realistically, you just have to go either, if you land on the bottom one, to the one above it, or if you land on the top one, to the one below it, or if you land on a bottom one to the one above it. So literally moving in a straight line like this will eventually drop you to Sabrina. We're going to challenge her, we're going to get her badge, hopefully with no casualties. We're going to put Pikachu first, and the method to the madness will be revealed. But as Roxas approaches the psychic trainer, she simply opens her eyes and said, "I was awaiting this battle for many months. It's good to finally see you. Not with my psychic powers, but in the present moment with my own eyes. Shall we battle?" In a league all their own. Roxas kind of grits his teeth. "If you've seen this battle, then you should already know the outcome." And she says, "Funny enough, I can't. Or maybe it's more that I don't want to see it." Peekaboo and Abra trade blows, and the only ability Abra has is Flash. So I'm using agility to help boost Pikachu's special. And the reason we're using Pikachu is because any other Pokemon we use would be at a massive disadvantage, losing all of the different accuracy. So we're going to use Pikachu, have it defeat a Pokemon, and I've been watching a Pokemon Yellow playthrough as well on a channel called Mike and Tess Play, and in it he has a rule where his Pikachu has to take part in every major battle. The caveat being, if his Pikachu dies, it's immortal, so it actually takes the life from another team member, and that's kind of his gimmick in the Nuzlocke. But we eventually land a Thunder. Pikachu gains a level, and we're going to swap him out immediately because in my version he can die. So we're going to hop out towards Kadabra, and obviously now that Pikachu swapped out, all those flashes mean nothing. Sabrina uses an X defend, which then makes me want to not use Body Slam. Or not Body Slam, maybe not want to use Takedown. But again, Kadabra's doing some crazy stuff. I don't know what he's up to. We end up landing a critical hit. He lands back with a Psychic, and, you know, yes, he's a good 6 levels higher, but he's not fully evolved, so that makes me worried that like a Psychic from Alakazam could finish me. And here we are staring him down again, and I am genuinely nearly ready to sacrifice Flare at this point. It's a real possibility, but I was like, I'm going to get a Confuse Ray, we're going to get a Flamethrower to see how it does. We get the Confusion hit, which is amazing. Sabrina kind of being really disorientated, saying like, "Oh, my psychic Pokemon, my power." Alakazam blasts with a Psy-Wave, little to no damage, like a Psychic would have been dangerous, and then with a critical hit Flamethrower, we best Sabrina, and she simply says, "Well, maybe what I didn't want to see was my own defeat. I haven't been taking my psychic powers seriously, but clearly you're the one meant to go forward. What I did foresee is that you would be instrumental in stopping the plans of Team Rocket. You've liberated Celadon, you've liberated Saffron, and maybe there's more for you to do in the future. But it's clear with your link to your Pokemon, even the disorientating psychic powers of psychic Pokemon will not defeat you or overcome you." And with that, Roxas, kind of head held high, walks out of all these different paths and back to the start of the gym. But that really didn't go too badly at all. And now with 7 badges, Roxas is thoughts drift to this mysterious 8th gym leader. And well, there's only one gym left, so if nothing else, the gym leader will either have to reveal themselves or he should be able to get to the Elite Four on the technicality that there was no gym leader to challenge. So hopping astride Huntress, they soar through the skies, making it back to the calm streets of Viridian City, where Roxas, fresh off the heels of getting his first Pokemon Pikachu, they all now return there, you know, Pidgeot coming from Route 1. This was their home, and now he gets the chance to, I suppose, come full circle, returning here as a near Elite Four standard trainer. He's not just an ace trainer, he's not just a Pokemon trainer, he is reaching the stage of elite trainer status. If he is able to beat the Elite Four, he could be a champion, an elite level trainer in the region. But what Sabrina said stuck with him. She had had visions about him, that he would stop Team Rocket. He would stop Giovanni. He would be a help in that. And it's true. Looking back on all that he's achieved, he was able to disband them within Celadon's game corner. He was able to thwart them taking the Master Ball within Silphco. He wonders, are they going to have any other interaction? He thought to Giovanni when he said their original hideout. Where exactly could that be? On approaching the gym, they all say that the gym leader has returned. None of the officials even really know the identity of this gym leader. They simply say that he likes ground type Pokemon. So again, full circle, coming back to Brock being rock, but also rock and ground were all of his types as well. So Brock technically could be seen as a ground type specialist as well. So the kind of cyclical nature of Rox's whole journey coming back full circle. But on looking around the gym and seeing those same spinning panels, those same panels that were all around the Rocket hideout in relation to getting around the Rocket hideout in Celadon. And then the first trainer releases a poison type Pokemon, an Arbok, the, you know, Pokemon of Jesse and James, of many a Rocket Grunt. The trainers there say, we're strictly speaking here under Pokemon League rulings. So all we can really hope to do is, you know, stop your Pokemon and stop your journey right here. But it all has to be above board with that guy watching. And they point over to the, you know, league representative by the main door. But Roxas can't get over it. I mean, these gym trainers just blatantly aren't even using ground type Pokemon. Was that legal? Was it not? I suppose it didn't really matter at the end of the day. He would defeat these tamers, these rocket impersonators, one way or another. Stepping on the unfortunately familiar spinning sensation, Roxas goes round and round and round and challenges another trainer. Outside of the Rocket uniform, this guy was a martial artist, sending out a Machoke. Was he in fact one of the double agents, one of the spies from the Martial Arts Academy in Saffron? He kind of gives a knowing nod and a wink. They both spar, but with Machoke fast asleep and Sunny gaining special through growth, we are able to take out the Machoke in one hit, leaving Sunny fully restored to continue to take on the gym challenge. He shakes hands and says, I wish you every success against this gym leader. Taking a generous prize of 1,000, Roxas continues on, spinning round, 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 right round. But outside of narration here for a second, I'm looking at the overlay. I'm seeing ourselves in the 8th gym, and I genuinely never thought we'd get here. Like, 2 years in the making, we're now at the 8th gym, we're about to, you know, head towards Victory Road, and then that final challenge of, you know, Elite Four and Champion is within our reach. And I just want to thank everybody who has been so stalwart in their support of my channel. Where after getting like an additional, like I remember thinking back, oh my god, I've hit over 150. That's amazing. We're now looking to clear 170, and you might say that's only 20 subs, you might say that's not a lot, but that genuinely has been such a boost to me and in the work that I do and in the time that it takes to put these different videos together. And I really am just so appreciative of everyone that takes a view, everyone that drops a like, everyone that gives a thumbs up or a comment in the stream. Like, I really appreciate it so much. So thank you. And I'm really excited to see how this series ends. I mean, I had a major thing last year where I basically had finished a bunch of different series. I'd finished 10-2, which again was kind of the 3rd series on the channel. But like, this is how we started. I was initially hoping and thinking, oh, I'll just be like a Pokemon YouTuber, I'll be a PokeTuber, I'll do lots of like Pokemon challenges. And my heart was drawn back to Final Fantasy and kind of bigger JRPGs. And as I say, between Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy, I've kind of, you know, become that 100% guide channel. I've become that, you know, Steam Achievement Hunter sort of headspace. But this has been my first, and was my first initial foray into YouTube and what that meant and what I was going to be doing. And so, you know, for those that rewatched the very first episode, I apologize. It was new to me. I didn't have the best equipment. I didn't have the best setup. I was, you know, lucky to even, you know, set up the recording thing properly. And like, now we've like an overlay and we've like the badges, and I just think it looks so sleek. And like, would I also like an overlay for like other games? Maybe, but like, you know, it depends on their needs, you know? But I just wanted to take a few moments just to be like, because, you know, it's just a couple of trainer battles. But nonetheless important to have in because we're competitive. Just to show we didn't miss or skip any battles intentionally. Yeah, I'm so thankful to everyone that took part in subbing. And even if you're not subscribed, maybe you would hit that subscribe button for me. That would be great. But even if you don't subscribe and you just watch the content and you enjoy it, even if you have a criticism, something you want to kind of say, oh, well, like, if I was doing the Nuzlocke, I would have done X, Y, and Z. Like, I appreciate any and all feedback, to be honest. So there's that, first of all. But yeah, I've just really been enjoying it. So thank you all so much for the support of the channel, and may we continue to grow in 2025. And I just think, yeah, bringing this particular series to a close will just be a massive achievement for me, because I started it and then I delved so much into Final Fantasy that I kind of only periodically came back to it. And it's kind of been the most long-standing series, even though if I just sat down and did it, it probably could have been done in a couple of weeks. So I'm just proud of myself for having the kind of commitment to kind of come back and finish it. I can say that I've recorded getting to the Elite Four, as in I haven't recorded doing the Elite Four, but we get there. I won't spoil if there's any casualties along the way, but we get there and we have some great fights, and I do think it'll be really interesting and a fun journey for you guys to see. But as I say, I just can't wait for this particular series to kind of come to a fruition, and a satisfying fruition. And I do have one final kind of big project that I've never really done before, But hopefully I can get it together and get you a really nice kind of wrapping of the ribbon to close out this series in the future. But can I just mention that this is why I chose Cthulhu over Splishy. Because that Rhyhorn knew not to use rock type moves because rock resists rock. It also was only using Stomp, which again normal resists rock, or rock resists normal type moves. So he's just practically better in every single way. Now, this guy mentions that he's the Karate King. And this guy will actually be an important recurring character. Sorry, if we end up going to the sequel Gold and Silver. If being the operative word there. But this is also why we have Chrysalis. We're going up against a fighting type trainer. They have nothing they can do. Immune to fighting, immune to normal. And I don't believe Foresight is a thing in this game. So it is legitimately just 3 psychics and we win. Very simple, very demure, very mindful. It's great. And yeah. That's all of the trainers defeated. And this guy even says, oh, you think you can make it to the league? Don't get cocky. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to be cocky, but I'm going to be confident. We've been doing quite well so far. Roxas steps forward, rounding the corner, and his judgment was correct. Giovanni was in fact the secret gym leader of Viridian City, and due to all his rocketeering, he wasn't able to be at the gym. Sending out Dugtrio first, Roxas sends out Flare. Switching over to Huntress then, to hopefully bait out Earth move. He does, but it's Sand Attack, which also isn't great. Huntress soars up in the air, avoiding another Sand Attack and dealing great damage to Dugtrio. You know, kid, I really thought you were getting in the way of all of this, but maybe I just need to get out of the way. You know about all the research. You've seen what your dad died for. That Pokemon we were hoping to just capture seemed a waste for all those different people to have died and it to get away scot-free. Roxas retorts back. This has had such far-reaching consequences, Uncle Geo. Your Pokemon tower disturbances of, you know, causing that ghost of Marowak to appear by kidnapping all of those poor defenseless Cubone, that caused the ghost to rile up because you're what? Trying to capture ghosts to fight this psychic Pokemon? He gestures to Haunter. Is that Pokemon not best suited to simply fight psychic type Pokemon? Not necessarily. But I do think I'm the trainer that will and should find this Mewtwo and catch it, Giovanni says. No. No, I don't think capture it. It would only hold resentment. A thing just made for human progress and human control. No, I want to at least meet with this Pokemon and see what it has to say. Giovanni just looks aghast. Speak with the Pokemon. What? What do you mean? Roxas just laughs. You never really got it, did you? Pokemon aren't tools. They're friends that you make along the way. Friends that you help make their dreams come true, and they'll want your dreams to come true too. Giovanni just laughs. Never thought of it that way. I don't think I've thought about anything correctly. He hands over the Earth badge and says, Team Rocket's disbanded. All of my plans, expectations, and hopes were all dashed by you. All stopped in your tracks. I thought you were stopping what needed to happen, but maybe you're the only one with insight into what should have been done in the first place. I'm going to dedicate my life to the study of Pokemon, and I hope we can meet again someday where I'm the uncle that you deserve. With a shake of a hand and the dropping of a smoke bomb, Roxas rolls his eyes as he's left alone in the gym with his Earth badge. But with 8 badges to his name, he is entitled to step forward and become a ranking challenger to the Elite Four trainers. With Roxas looking to the markations of trainers that have beaten Giovanni, Roxas notices that Sora has his name there. So Sora is going to be on his way to the Victory Road to make it to the Indigo Plateau, the home ground of the Elite Four trainers, awaiting challengers who have completed the gauntlet. And now Roxas is among them. A trainer ready to challenge the 4 best trainers in the whole region of Kanto. Taking his Pokemon back to the very first Pokécenter he ever visited, Roxas lets Cthulhu nibble on some Pokemon food. Victreebel does a dance. Haunter is enjoying frightening Pikachu by phasing in and out through walls. Huntress preens herself along with Flare, the two of them wanting to look, their best when approaching the Indigo Plateau. Sora, on seeing Roxas round the corner, all 8 badges there, he's stunned. He says that's really cool, but let me just see if I'm ready for the Elite Four by whooping you. With a full team of 6 Pokemon, Sora sends out Sandslash, and Roxas responds with Cthulhu. 46 and 47, nearly equally matched. The only thing in their disadvantage and advantage is their typings. Gaining now to 47, Cthulhu's defenses, both specially and physically, only continue to rise. Ice Beam now takes care of his 4 times weakness to grass, and now with his 4 times resistance to fire, we're going to take the time to set up withdraws, increasing defense, but thanks to having all 8 badges, we're also increasing attack, speed, defense, and special. And with these tail whips, Cthulhu is also getting extra boosts in attack, speed, and special. With his boosts now applied, so long as I do not level up between now and the Jolteon, we will be able to defeat him. Throwing out some spike cannons. Cloyster's very high defense is just too high. I know that Ice, unfortunately, is resisted by water, and it's not the same type attack bonus, but Surf does way more damage because it's more strength, and it's also same type attack bonus. We're now just hoping we don't end up losing our level up badge boosts by leveling up to 48. So please, please, please don't level up. You can see how tanky we are now with that defense buff as well. So long as we don't reach 48, we're fine. We're absolutely fine. Jolteon comes out. We're even able to outspeed Jolteon because, again, all those withdrawals were also boosting speed. We get hit by a Thunder from 6 levels higher, super effective, and we survive. And I think that's only because we had 2 or 3 boosts to special. And with that level up, all those boosts would have been cancelled, but we're fine. And I think, guys, hopefully, if Omastar can make it all the way, that's basically what we're going to be doing for the champion fight. We're going to be setting up withdraws against Ninetales, and then hopefully just one-shotting the Jolteon. Sora says, well, you certainly have earned those 8 badges, but I guess we'll see who can fight all of the Elite Four first. Roxas does make his way back to go to the Pokemon Center to heal. And now stepping through the barrier, a guard stops him. The Boulder badge, you can go right on through. The Cascade badge, you can go on through. And I just love the music here. It is just that moment of like, oh, we are now going somewhere into the big leagues now. With the Thunder badge shown, he is allowed to pass on. Roxas thinks back to all these different trainers, all the lessons they taught him. Surge in helping him face the fears of rockets. Erica in showing that, you know, with the right political grounding, you can burn any unjust hierarchy to the ground. And, you know, Sabrina, that his destiny is his to forge. Blaine, that, you know, as much as you can try and burn away the history, it'll still be in your bones. And with Giovanni, sometimes you can have all the plans in the world, but just with the wrong attitude can lead you so astray. You'll notice we had to use Surf with Splishy. I didn't change the loadout because he's not going to be staying in the party. I just wasn't teaching strength to another Pokemon. But that's going to be our episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you've watched this today. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.